good in this video, and I'm going to not get emotional and I'm going to not cry, or at least I'm going to try not to, because it has been a day of things that I can't talk about. I am going to talk about something, but I'm not going to talk about certain things. And because I'm feeling this emotion, I'm going to talk about today. My son, my eldest son, turned 17. Now, I have to be careful what I say. The 17 years of his life have not been easy. It's not been easy for me, but I'm trying to put myself into his mindset and how he must be feeling, which is incredibly difficult for a woman in her late 30s to do, to put herself in the mindset of a 17-year-old boy who has just recently got his results for his GCSEs. He did quite well. He got 1 4, but a 5 cancelled it out. In case anybody doesn't know, the grading system has changed in the UK for GCSEs, and now you get numbers instead of letters, so it's not A, B, C, A star, A double star and all that. It's now 1 to 9, which 1 is the worst. Well, U, which is ungraded, would be the worst, but then 1 is like the second worst, and then 9 is like really good. Like, that's like an A and an A star. He's done really well. He got 5s and he got 3 Bs because they haven't quite changed it fully yet. We only got numbers, but I only did 1 GCSE. I am very proud of how he's coped. Sorry if I mess with my hair, but I can see it in the camera and I can see it sticking up. That's why I mess with it. I don't do it to distract anybody or to distract myself, which I just did. I'm very proud of the way that in ways that he's still being strong. I know that he's had issues that he's dealt with, and those issues are not his fault. And I know that as far as he's concerned, he knows who he blames, which is why we don't have any kind of relationship. But he has been well taken care of. He did live with my mum, and then he's lived with people. We'll not get into that, but he has been well taken care of. Well enough that obviously he's done good with his homework and with his work in school to get the grades that he's got. Please excuse my voice. I've been in town today at something and my voice is very scratchy from what I was doing, so it's not that I'm not trying to be clear in my speaking, it's obviously my voice is a bit short. But I wanted to make this video because I want to highlight that how it affects people, how it affects me. I'm trying to more highlight the fact that I am proud of him for being strong. There are times that obviously he's had weaknesses and things, but for the most part he's been strong for what he's been through. Anybody who doesn't know, he's got a younger brother who turned 11 a month ago today. It's the 2nd of September. His brother turned 11 on the 2nd of August, which is why I put the Harry Potter tour video up on the 2nd of August as a special for him. No, I don't know whether or not my younger son will have seen that video. I don't know where he is. I know that he's with people that love him and care about him, and if I could go back and change anything that's happened in his life and in my elder son's life, I would, but I know that if I did, where I am now would have changed and I wouldn't have made the achievements that I've made. when you're the parent of somebody or of children that I'm sorry, I'm umming and ahhing. When you're the parent of somebody that's gone through what my children have gone through, it does take its toll on you as well. To have accusations thrown around about what kind of parent you are, not necessarily by friends and family, but by authorities, and because authorities say certain things about you, about what kind of person you are, then there are people that are your friends, that are your family, that turn their back on you, right? These issues are complicated issues, and I'm very proud that my younger son has some people in his life where he is who love him and care about him, and I'm sure he's doing very well with whatever issues he might have. And I only have bits and pieces of details in regards to my older son. He did recognise me in our local shopping centre last Saturday when I was walking through to meet his grandma, my mum, and I kind of pointed and smiled at me, but he doesn't actually speak to me. But none of you need to go into that, because that's my business. That's nothing to do with anybody, right? This is just the way things are with children that aren't living with their parents and have had authorities get themselves involved in your life, and that I've had them involved in my life, various authorities, since 2001, 2002, when I've spoken to them myself, and when false concerns have obviously been raised about me and things like that, about how I looked after my one child that I had at the time, and then obviously I did the right thing and I still got penalised. So I wanted to make this video to show that there are other issues that I can talk about in regards to family and things like that. I know there's a lot of people that criticise, that come on and say horrible things about people that don't have the children living with them. At the end of the day, you don't know the ins and outs of what's happened in that family's life. You don't have the right to assume that a person was a bad parent, that they did anything to abuse their children in any way, that they did anything to neglect their children in any way. I fully expect that nobody will come on this video and start criticising me for the kind of parent that I am. I don't think that I'm a bad parent. I think that I had issues that were not addressed by the authorities, and help was not provided by the authorities to me that should have been provided. I mean, things were suggested which could have helped me to be able to keep my children living with me, but those things didn't all happen, or they did happen, but then they were intended to happen for the period of time that they did end up happening for, but that the authorities weren't willing to have actually put amount of money in, because they didn't believe that I was going to, between what happened between my first child, Michael, and my younger child, whose name I probably have mentioned in titles of videos and stuff, but I'm not going to say it again. The space of time between me having my first child in 2000 and my second child in 2006, and like I was 20 in 2000 and I was 25, 26 in 2006. I turned 26 after I had my youngest. That period of time I did grow up in a bit more, and this is why I wanted to make this video, to say I am proud of you. I am proud of the things that you've achieved, albeit things that you may not have achieved with me. I am proud of the fact that you'll be going on, my eldest son, you will be going on to do your A-levels, and my youngest son will be doing his GCSEs and his A-levels and stuff in a few years. I'm proud of my children, and nobody else's opinion matters. Mine and my family's opinion matter, and we're proud of them. Thank you. Bye bye.